The following ideas, thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the panel of this podcast are purely for entertainment purposes and are not meant to be taken seriously at all. If you are easily offended, this may not be the podcast for you.
Pussy.
Some of the conversation and themes of the show may be for mature audiences, so viewer discretion is advised. You have been warned. Enjoy the show.
Welcome world to the Ant and CJ show. Today we welcome our special guest. What you going by for the episode? We just calling you Corey?
Call me Cole, SBC, man. You know the moniker, man. Come on now.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, we got Corey with us. Corey, the resident Drake fan. An artist in himself. I'm not going to call you an amateur rapper because you're far from amateur. You've been doing this a long time. But always working on the craft.
Right. Always.
It's good to have you here.
Yeah, man. It's been a while.
It's good to have you here. And my boys, good to see you.
What up, buddy?
You look like you got your eyelashes done.
Nah, never. Never that. Never.
He got his thinking cap on right now. You could tell early.
So I want to start this episode with a formal apology to J.Cole. J.Cole, my brother.
Why?
When J.Cole backed out of this battle, I was real critical and I was real tough on him. I said it was the weakest shit I ever seen in hip-hop. I said hip-hop was dead. I'm pretty sure I called J.Cole a bitch. J.Cole, I officially and formally apologize. Now I understand. J.Cole knew what was coming, and smartly, like a man that did not want no parts, J.Cole got on his bike and took his ass home.
Veteran move. He did a veteran move right there.
And I do not blame him. After seeing how personal this whole thing has gotten, I don't blame him at all.
That's a move of a veteran, but a washed-up veteran. I hate to tell you, my boy, but I don't know. Especially after how he was talking these last couple months. That's all.
He knew it wasn't his battle, though. He knew he had no place in this battle. He ran his mouth at the beginning, and then he knew it just wasn't his place.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's tough when you're in the public eye because you don't have no backlash to do shit. Because once you fuck up, you fuck up. But
yeah, and I think that's the hard part for Cole because he can't erase this from his history now, and even now everybody taking shots at him.
He sure enough erased that song. That down.
Yeah, Kanye threw some shots at him. Drake threw some shots his way. Kendrick is throwing some shots, and he just got to eat them up. He can't say anything. So, but J. Cole, brother to brother, with all this colorism shit that's going on, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm still not gonna listen to your next album, but I understand.
So you not gonna listen to the J. Cole fans?
Hell no, I'm not gonna listen to the Fall Off.
The Fall Off, indeed.
Listen to J. Cole talk about how nice other niggas are. I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, man. And the fans was letting him do it too. So you feel me? I blame them too.
J. Cole's fans are extra peaceful Martin Luther King type of niggas.
Fly through picnics and areas and, do that type of thing.
All of J. Cole fans is on the bike with him. It's the New York City Marathon. They just riding their bikes all through North Carolina, and
Oh my god.
it looked like the Tour de France. So Corey, while we got you here, the resident Drake fan, I got a couple questions for you to start this off. You got to rep your boy. Would you get a BBL and ab surgery?
Oh my god, bro. I would not. But if I ever did, I would never admit it. I'm taking that. Feel me? But I would never. Not the ass. Maybe the nose. You feel me? I can understand the nose. Like, my nose has been broken before. You feel me? So if I ever really did decide to get a nose surgery, I feel like I'll be warranted. Because I feel like my nose. Feel me? But that's neither here nor there. I would never do that. I'm a real nigga anyway, so.
Alright, so just for the record, real niggas do not get BBLs and do not get ab surgery. Just checking.
They don't. On the record, on wax, we gonna say that, yeah.
Okay, alright. Would you ever take blackface pictures wearing a Jim Crow t-shirt?
Hell no. Definitely not.
Okay, I'm just making sure the hood didn't forget.
I see where you're going with this. Already. You're such a fucking asshole. I see where you're going with this shit already.
Even though to his, I don't know. We don't know what propelled him to do that. Who was the behind the scenes doing this, that, and the third? But I'm sure somebody asked him to do this or do that at the time. I'm pretty sure he didn't just say, "Let me go ahead and put on a blackface and go take pictures." Like,
we also got to understand at the same time that Drake came up in the white community.
I get you on that part because when you're not a part of the culture for real, you don't know. Like, there's certain things is just unwritten law that niggas just know not to do. And, if you don't grow up, you probably don't know every single thing. You might know a few of them unwritten rules, but you're not going to know every last one because it's too many.
For me, doing blackface photos is the same as dressing up in a potato sack and going to a cotton field and picking cotton.
That's crazy, man.
Drake might as well have put on some tap shoes and stood in front of a KFC and did a little shucking job for Colonel Sanders.
Why you gotta go to the extreme, gang?
I'm just saying, you can't do blackface. You can't do blackface.
You can't do it. You right about that. I ain't gonna lie.
But so where we left off was Euphoria. On our last recording, we recapped Euphoria. Since Euphoria, we have had 6 tracks that have dropped between Drake and Kendrick. So let's start off with the first one. 616 in LA, Kendrick Lamar drops. Ant, what you thought about that 616 in LA?
It's K. Dot. I mean, you gotta look into the symbolism of everything that he did. He was talking his shit. He always talks his shit at the end of the day. But the shit about Kendrick is that you actually have to dissect what he's saying in order to literally put it into perspective. His shit makes you think. It's not just straight literal punches that you're gonna understand right off the bat, which is why I have to sit here and read the lyrics 4 or 5 fucking times in order to start picking shit up, because it's like it doesn't click right away. The symbolism is ridiculous, because to come out with 616 LA for the fact that that's Pac's birthday,
Father's Day.
So it's just, there's so much shit that he just does that it just you have to sit and fucking dissect it, which is what goes ahead and just fucks with you, because it's you have to understand what the hell Kendrick is doing. Quite honestly though, 616, he stepped it up. He needed to. Euphoria was fire. Euphoria is a banger.
I like Euphoria a little bit better.
Yeah, 616 was good. I like Euphoria better though.
Honestly, because I like the song. I like the songs. The song making ability. You need to have that in a beat. I'm sorry. Kendrick fans act like that just doesn't matter. It matters, CJ. It matters. In the new beef. Back then niggas ain't care about that. But in this new beef, you want this song to be on TikTok. You want it to be in the club. You want it to be everywhere, because that's how you keep the diss relevant. You feel me?
You want it to haunt the artist that you're talking about. Wherever it is that they go, you want them to hear it.
And that's the best way to do it now in this internet age, honestly, in the internet age. Before, it was radio, but.
And I appreciated stealing the timestamp record. The timestamp thing is Drake's thing. 616 in LA. Stealing that. That's a move. That's a move. I like that.
That was smooth.
So shortly after we got 616 in LA, Drake dropped Buried Alive, redid the little interlude that K-Dot did for him on Take Care, redid it.
He spared him. That could have been longer, because he was talking on that too. He spared K-Dot, just left it alone. He wasn't really trying on that though.
He took the K-Dot voice that he used in the original, and he was talking on that shit.
He was.
Since Drake owns that beat, it can't get taken down. It can't do nothing about it. Yeah, that was clever. He was like, I take the one Kendrick beat that he can't do nothing about.
And it was a short little snippet, but it was impactful, and it was the lead up to Family Matters, which I felt like was Drake's first heavy hitter in this whole thing.
You think so?
Yeah, because you're so down on push-ups.
Because I thought push-ups was trash. I'm gonna be completely honest. I feel like push-ups was.
It wasn't trash. He did exactly what he needed to do.
It wasn't trash. That was the warm-up. That was the warm-up.
Push-ups it's good for a warm-up, yeah. But you can't. If you look at it as a warm-up, then sure, it's a great warm-up. But if you look at it as a song in totality in this beef, it's weak. It's not great. It didn't have any hard punches in it. It didn't have any.
Like, look at it now, because after all the other songs, yeah, it's probably is it the worst one out of this whole battle?
If we talking just Kendrick and Drake songs, then yeah, I think Push-Ups is the worst out of this whole thing. And to give Drake some grace, that was the first one.
Exactly. You have to get better as time progresses. This is your first one. Kendrick at this point had not responded. Kendrick at this point had not said nothing. This is Drake's song to go ahead and respond to like that.
He wanted to check Kendrick's temperature too, to see if he was going to even respond, because I didn't think Kendrick was going to respond to push-ups, honestly.
I mean, it was questionable at that moment because he wasn't responding at all. But then it comes out that he recorded a fucking 18-minute diss and he literally dropped that shit in pieces.
But let's harp on Family Matters for a little bit, because there was a lot of like heavy hit stuff that was in Family Matters. So let's talk about Family Matters. Corey, we're gonna start with you. Go ahead and get your shit off, because that's your boy, and you look like you itching.
My man did what had to be done. He gave you visuals.
100%.
He was smart to put the lyrics on the screen. Very smart. Don't leave no misinterpretation, no nothing. Lyrics on the screen. Was in the video a little bit, not doing too much corny shit. The bars was there. Like, honestly, only thing I didn't like was the first part, kind of, because he was singing a little bit too much. But I knew when he dropped Push-Ups that he was going to continue that shit. And because that hook was just too fire at the end of Push-Ups.
Oh, yeah.
So I just knew that was coming. That was smooth that he actually dropped the follow-up. And then it's just like, the shit he was saying, bro, was crazy. He addressed everything almost. Except, the pedo shit, because Kendrick weird for that, but we gonna address that later. He did everything he had to do, I feel like, on that. Like, in terms of, I mean, he could have made it a little, I guess people want to hear the tailor-made side of Drake more, but I don't, honestly. I love that Drake, but I don't want to hear that right now, honestly. I'll do one time stamp Drake, maybe one time stamp.
And where you at with the Family Matters?
To me, that shit was fire. He did. The artistry behind it is ridiculous. He went ahead and he put a visual to it. And it's like, not only do you have to pay attention to the lyrics and what he's saying, but you also have to pay attention to all the visuals that he's throwing in that video. From wearing, you go ahead and 616 in LA, they dropped the cover art. Then after that, Kendrick drops the full cover of the full image that he had, which had a receipt in which Drake bought the ring that K. Dot gave to Whitney. And in the video, he's flashing the ring off.
Is that what the receipt was? I thought that was the receipt for the Tupac ring.
See, and I didn't even know that.
That receipt was showing that Drake went to the jeweler that K. Dot got Whitney's engagement ring from, and he went ahead and he dropped 63 bands on that ring to go ahead and get it. Yeah, because they never got married. So that's when he goes ahead and he starts flashing the ring in the video, which is Whitney's engagement ring.
What he had on his neck at the end.
Yeah, and that's when he goes, you went ahead and you got engaged in 2015, yet y'all still not married. I think this wedding ain't gonna ever happen. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. That part was crazy.
And then you go ahead and you fucking crush the Good Kid, Mad City van.
Yeah, that was tough to watch. That was tough to watch just because I got Good Kid in my top albums of all time, and so watching the van just get crushed to bits was just that hurt my feelings.
Listen, you take it for the symbolism that it is, right? He said it himself. Good Kid, Drake said it. Good Kid, Mad City is your classic album, but I'm coming for your career. I'm gonna end your shit. I'm gonna go ahead and destroy your classic album. He said Drake had no classics. He's gonna go ahead and end K-Dot's classic. He went ahead and he crushed the van that was symbolizing that Good Kid, Mad City album. Then he went ahead and he goes ahead and gets the ring. Then he goes and Kendrick mentions the fucking Asian restaurant up in Toronto that about Drake and all this shit. And then the fucking owner went on TikTok and did a video talking about, oh, thank you to Kendrick because our business is blowing up, blah, 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 blah. And then you got a video of him sitting down at a table breaking bread after he posted that TikTok with Drake in the fucking restaurant for the video. So it's like Drake didn't respond right away because Drake went ahead and he wanted to put visuals to his shit. But every visual, there was so much going on that you needed to pay attention to that video. That shit had to be overnight. He did that shit right away. I know that he probably had half of this shit planned already.
And Drake got niggas that he could just call and they gonna get to work.
100%.
But CJ, you know why? Let me say this one thing. You know why I don't think nobody's gonna win this battle for real the way they want to? Because these niggas is trying to both do what 50 did to Ja. Like, these niggas think that when this beef is done, that their careers is gonna be over. Neither one of their careers is gonna be over after this.
They're trying to run each other out of the building completely.
And it's not gonna happen, so it's like, I don't think either one is gonna get the satisfaction that they want at the end of this shit. But it's entertaining as fuck. But go ahead and say what you.
I'm really happy to see them try. I think out of both of them, I think that if one were to stop rapping after this, it would be Kendrick. Because Kendrick has always been very quiet and very reserved and kind of to himself. And putting all of this energy into this and having like a lot of this personal stuff come up and even having to be the voice of some of the personal stuff for Drake, I'm sure it really take a toll on him, and he real spiritual and
turning him off.
Yeah, I'm sure that this gotta be tough.
Not in the moment though. Not in the moment though. I think Kendrick right now, he don't give a fuck about that, but after he gonna start to think about it.
Right now he in kill mode, but once it's all done and the dust starts to settle,
Cole kinda on the chill. He like he good now that he did that low key.
Cole ain't gonna say shit until all of this is over. And watch, the fall off is just gonna be, damn, I hate to see that this happened to my niggas. I still love everybody. Spreading love to everyone in hip hop.
He's out there losing sleep.
At least he can sleep now, yeah, because it's not happening to him. One thing I took away from that Family Matters video that really, really broke me and hurt my feelings was seeing all of Pharrell chains in the video on the owner of New Ho King.
That was one of my favorite parts. When he said, come get his chain out of my house.
Come get his legacy out of my house?
Disrespectful. His legacy.
The disrespect was crazy, but I just hate that for Pharrell. I've always really, really liked Pharrell, and I really, really like that he
Pharrell. So it was kind of weird to see them beef, but
yeah, I've always really liked Pharrell, and I've always admired the time and effort that he put in all of his art, whether it be his fashion shit, whether it be his jewelry shit, when he was designing skateboards. Like, I always thought
that's like hating somebody's grandma. Like, Pharrell, he made it happy. Come on, now.
But Pharrell ain't never done anything for the culture.
Pharrell?
I mean, he gave us great music. He gave us great music, bro.
Come on. Go ahead and tell me that Pharrell has done something for the culture.
Pharrell made the Change Clothes beat.
Aside from music, what has Pharrell done for the culture? Pharrell has always been in the white people market and has always been the case.
That's true. That's very true.
So we can't sit here and say that Pharrell has done so much for the culture and for the black culture and for the community when Pharrell ain't do shit. And when Pharrell went into the fashion world and wanted to be this fashion designer, everything that he did was geared towards that white market.
He doesn't really. I would say Pharrell he probably don't really identify with the black culture too much now, but at one point he did. At one point. And then
why? Because he did because that benefited his career. At that time.
He was trying to use it as a sex tool. But
100%, 100%. Exactly. Then that's exactly what he did. And then what happened? He went ahead and fucking went with Neptunes, created fucking Neptunes.
I mean, he was big on the Clips' success and helping the Clips and Pusha T come up and.
But the Clips were already making noise before they were on the up and up before they went ahead and they got involved with Pharrell. Pharrell just made them a little bit more mainstream and brought them out to the market in terms of who the Clips were.
Yeah, he was probably like, these are little niggas I could get lit with.
Yeah. But Pharrell ain't never done anything major for the black community or the black culture. Pharrell's always identified with the white side of life.
I'm going to always have a lot of love for Pharrell just because he made a lot of the beats that when I was growing up really stuck to me. That Popeyes beat that he made for the Clips was crazy. That Mr. Me Too beat, Change Clothes, the Drop It Like It's Hot beat, like Pharrell has so many classic hip hop beats. Yeah, the Beautiful beat, like that just defined my beginnings, my introduction into hip hop and like really getting acquainted with it. So
you'll never hear beats like that.
Yeah, like it was a very different sound, and that sound kind of belonged to that time period. And we're so far removed from that Pharrell is like he defined that era. So it was hard to see his chains all in Drake video and Drake cheesing.
Boys, nigga.
But yeah, that Family Matters, that hit hard. But immediately after we got Family Matters, we got Meet the Grams. Literally like 45 minutes later.
Horrible.
Yeah, bad.
Ooh, both of y'all thought it was bad.
I love Kendrick, but I feel like it was just I see what he tried to do. Yeah, it was too much. And then you're gonna write like one thing is like I think Drake said it too. Like we could have left the kids out of this. Like why are you writing a letter to Adonis on that track?
Drake brought the families in it first.
If Adonis ever hear that song, smacking whoever played it for him. They better not allow that shit to happen.
But see, that's what I thought was brilliant about the song. I hated the beat when I first heard it. When I first heard it, I think I told Corey first, bro, I feel like I'm in an insane asylum.
And that's Alchemist, man.
Yeah, that beat, that one key just over and over and over again, it made me feel like I was going crazy.
But that was the whole purpose of it. It was he did it in the sense of, and I looking from it, like he did it in the sense of like how Eminem kind of did Stan. Remember how he did that letter from the fan, Dear M, I wrote to you and still ain't calling me. I left myself. Like he did it in that sense. Like he wanted to write a letter like, oh, dear Adonis, I'm sorry your father's this, da 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 da.
And the beat is supposed to be menacing. It's supposed to be like some Michael Myers, like
yeah, it's supposed to fuck with your head.
Halloween kind of scary, fuck with your head type of beat. Exactly.
Care about the beats that he think the people like. He likes to rap over the shit he want to rap over. I think he do not care.
Yeah. But I hated the beat, but the first time I listened to it, I was like, what the fuck is Kendrick doing? The second time I listened to it, I was like, this might be one of the most disrespectful songs I have ever heard. To sit and break down a person's character by family member is one of the most disrespectful things I have ever heard in a rap song.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, I have never seen somebody try and take somebody apart like that on a rap song.
But then you look at it too, and it's like, I love K-Dot because I love him. And I am a K-Dot stan. Like, I always will be. But it's getting to the point where it feels like he doesn't have much to go off of, and he doesn't have much to go with, that this is now the route that he's kind of taking, and he's now involving family and shit.
Doesn't like Drake.
I feel like that's the case for both of them. I feel like neither one of them really got the real red button that they could press for the other. Because what have we really heard so far in any of these songs? That Kendrick Kid might not be his. Okay, but we need facts to prove that. If it's true,
if it's by his manager,
if it's true, then then this might be over. To be honest with you, if that's true, then this might be over.
Drake took a page out of Pusha T's book.
Right, the wife beater allegations.
The wife beater allegations, that's another one. We need proof. I need some facts before I can call it in your favor.
Yeah, we're not. But are we going to get the facts?
That one is going to be hard because they're still together now. So it's like,
I feel like it's kind of tough for Drake to come out and say, oh, you and your wife are living separately, when we just got Mr. Morale, but Kendrick already opened up about why him and his wife would be living separately. Like, I feel like that had to have been tough for her to hear him publicly announce to the world that he cheated on her.
that's supposed to be Mr. Morale. What he doing cheating? That's supposed to be high and mighty. He does no wrong. Kendrick Lamar. What's he doing cheating?
But see, that's how we get to the high and mighty. We make our mistakes and we learn from them.
You say you know it, you a dog too. You a dog just like me, nigga. He said you a dog just like me, nigga.
Yes, but the whole situation here, and the fact is that he's calling Drake, he's saying you ain't black, you ain't this, you whatever. Like, you identify more with the white culture, you only fuck white bitches, you only this, that. And then he goes ahead and is like, you can't speak with your mouth full because you did the same shit. You stepped out on your wife. Your wife is mixed. She ain't full black. And then you're out here talking all your shit.
Drake's been with black women, dark skin, Caribbean joints. He's been with them all.
Yeah, Drake said it. He said, I've been with black and white and everything in between, which is true. Come on.
I don't think Kendrick is attacking Drake's whiteness. I think that's the misconception. That's not what's happening here. What he's saying is, you might be black, but you're not part of this culture. There's a very different thing. That's very different. Genetically, you are a black person, and we have to accept that because your dad is black. But you only want to be black when it's convenient for you.
Yeah, and I don't like him saying that, man, because it's like, Drake's did songs with artists he should have never even looked at. Like,
and who profited more of that? Him or the artist?
Him, because after he don't do features with the artist, they fall off. But that's not his fault. Like, what happened to JB Block Boy is not Drake's fault. He gave that nigga a smash. That shit was playing every. He was supposed to move right off of that momentum, and he didn't because he didn't have another Drake feature in him. That's not Drake's fault. They got a chance. He didn't have to do that.
Let's be real. Like, in the day and age that we are right now, if you have a Drake feature or you have a Drake cosign on something, that shit blows up automatically. You have a Kendrick feature, you have a Kendrick cosign, you have Kendrick do the same, and it's not gonna have the same effect.
I feel like there's a very big difference in their types of music. Drake is gonna give you a club banger. Drake is gonna give you some shit. You will have the hottest song of that summer. I feel like if you get Kendrick on a feature, that shit is gonna last a lot longer than Drake's moment is gonna give you. They make very different types of music.
But then you have Kendrick, who goes ahead and is this hardcore rapper from South LA, goes ahead and is rapping for the streets, and then you're doing a song with all these fucking pop artists because you're doing a feature on a Maroon 5 song, on a Taylor Swift song, on this, on that. Like, it just does. So if we're talking about their styles and what they are, then he's not staying in his lane either. He was trying to branch into the commercial lane.
That's regular artist games. All right, so let me ask both of y'all a question, because both of y'all are artists, right? Both of y'all are music artists.
Yes.
Taylor Swift calls you right now and says she wants you on a feature. You not gonna do it? Go ahead and lie.
It has to align. But it also has to align with what you're comfortable with. If she sends you a song and it sounds like all this shit that she just put out right now, like the song that she got with Post Malone, you gonna put a rap feature on that shit?
But did you ever hear Kendrick's rap feature on that Taylor Swift shit?
Nah, I haven't.
He didn't step outside of himself. He's spitting regular Kendrick shit on a Taylor Swift song. He didn't step outside of himself. It's not like he was out here fucking tap dancing and slew footing. Like, he was out here spitting some shit.
He kind of was on the Maroon 5 song, though.
We don't talk about Maroon 5. That's regular stuff. When you are up and coming artist,
yeah, you have to do certain things when you're in the up and up.
But I guess the whole situation is, when you look at it from the perspective of, I guess, how Drake is trying to look at it, is like, you have an artist who is like preaching for the whole black community and preaching for like all this activist shit and all these like rights and everything that he feels is right for the black community, which he's not wrong with, right? But then you're saying all this shit, and then you're going and you're breaking bread with the white people, and you're like, all right, let me do a Maroon 5 feature, let me do a Taylor Swift feature, let me do this, let me do that, but I'm still from the street. Like, don't get me wrong, I'll still shoot somebody up, but let me just hop on this Taylor Swift song real quick. Like, it just doesn't go, bro.
Bro, that sounds accurate as fuck. I'm sitting here right now. I'm doing this podcast with you. We're going to put it on YouTube. Hopefully we can monetize. I can't wait to sell out.
When it comes to it, though, you'll never know if you'll do it, though. I be saying that. I used to say that shit to my niggas all the time. Like, niggas give me a fucking deal. I don't give a fuck. I'm out on you niggas.
But I'm not going to sell my soul. As long as you're good with who you are, then you don't ever sell your soul. But yeah, I can't wait to let some white people come and invest. But I guarantee you, if somebody come and run up on me and try some bullshit in the street, my knuckles work. I'm not going back down just because I want white people to invest in me. What the fuck is happening? What conversation are we having here? What are we talking about? Kendrick is less black because he made a song with Taylor Swift?
No, it's just like...
He can't say nigga either?
It's along the lines of like he's sitting here, he's preaching, and then he's doing the opposite type shit is what I guess Drake is trying to get at.
I feel like that is a great way to try and spin the narrative if you Drake. That's a real good angle to take, but that's not based in reality. That's like Kendrick saying Drake don't have no classics.
Which he did say.
Yeah, you can go and say it and it sounds cute on a song, but we can't just sit and lie to ourselves. Like, we can't just sit and lie. Drake definitely has classics, and Kendrick is allowed to go and make songs with Taylor Swift, and it doesn't affect his blackness. I think that's fucking ridiculous.
That's true, but if what Ant is saying is Kendrick preaches to be the ultimate black man. The ultimate, the upper echelon. That means not even one feature. Not even one is allowed. If you're gonna be that bad.
Martin Luther King and Malcolm X was fucking white women. Do we look at them like they less black?
But they weren't parading around town like they were doing it. They were doing it behind closed doors, yeah, because at the end of the day they wanted to maintain their image.
But keep in mind, Taylor Swift, who's very, very white, and it is not hip hop market at all, also did a song with Kendrick Lamar. It worked both ways. Like that's not something that there should be shame in.
And he called Drake a colonizer.
If Drake does not have an 11-year-old child, how does that affect the diss track?
It completely takes away the credibility of anything he says.
You think it invalidates the song altogether?
I don't think it invalidates the entire song. I think it invalidates the fact that it invalidates a portion of it.
The last part.
But see, I looked at it differently. You see, and I'm going to share my thoughts on this. And CJ, I know I shared my thoughts with you on this as well, because I sat and I thought about this shit again, because I have to sit and fucking break down everything that Kendrick says. But Kendrick on Euphoria says, I make music to crucify him, you make music to pacify him. Going ahead and alluding to the fact that he, again, says about Drake being a pedophile and everybody in his camp being a pedophile and all this shit. Then he goes ahead and talks about an 11-year-old and this and that and blah, blah, blah. The way I took it was not that Drake had an 11-year-old daughter, even though that's the story and that's what everybody's talking about. I took it more so that he was leaning towards the fact of that case that everybody was discussing, the whole inappropriate relationship between Drake and Millie Bobby Brown, who at that point was a minor and was on Stranger Things, and her character's name is 11. So I took it that route. Like, he's talking about, because it was public knowledge. It was on TV. Everybody was talking about it. She was like, yeah, me and Drake are good friends. We text all the time. He gives me boy advice, this and that, blah, 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 blah. And at that time, she was a minor. She was only, I think, 14 or 15, 13. Yeah, she was a kid.
I mean, that would invalidate that last verse of the song, most definitely.
That was the whole big bang of the song. He saved it for the end. Like, that was the whole grand finale of that song.
So that is no longer a point for you. I also feel the same way about the domestic violence allegations. Because, cool, you said it, it's in the song, but now I need to see where it's proven true before, there can be a point. Like, it can't just be we saying stuff that's unfounded. The predator allegations that they throwing on Drake, the child molester shit, whether or not Drake is a pedophile is between Drake and the children he's allegedly has touched and God. But Drake has had a series of multiple inappropriate looking situations with younger underage women.
So do you think that you have a problem with him messing with Lotto's sister?
Lotto Sisters, what, 22?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Okay, because some people I'll say that's weird.
No, not at all. The things that I'm talking about is Millie Bobby Brown being 14, 15, however old she was, and Drake texting her back and forth. To me, I think that's extremely weird.
Supposedly it was like a motivational kind of thing, like
She's still a 13-year-old girl. That's still inappropriate. That's still not. Drake, 30 years old. What the fuck are you texting a little 13-year-old girl for regularly?
According to her boys, and giving her boy advice.
That's weird.
Then this is where the whole double standard situation comes into play, right? You're looking at it from Drake is a male who's looking at this girl who he waited till she's 18. But then how many boys tell somebody that's older or their sister's friend, like, wait till I'm 18, and then they turn 18 and then all of a sudden some shit happens with their sister's friend or whatever the case may be? Is it different because it's a woman?
No. And mine didn't wait until I was 18. That bitch pounced on me and I was a child.
that was back then. That shit was valid.
See, when we was teenagers, it was a little bit different because them older women, they was about it. But that's still against the law. A lot of these old bitches should be in jail.
You gotta also remember, Drake does executive produce for shows, 2 of them. Why not try to get a young rising actor under your wing so that whatever type of shows, she would have been in Euphoria probably. Who knows? Like,
that sounds like a great cover if you want to rape some kids.
oh my God.
I'm just saying. I watched that Nickelodeon documentary. I see what happens.
That shit was nasty.
Yeah, like they prey on these kids. And I'm not trying to put no dirt on Drake. I'm not trying to say Drake is a predator. I don't have no evidence of that. I don't think anybody has any evidence of that. But that's the only point that I'm making. Kendrick is putting that in a song and Drake is denying it, but I need to see some facts for all of these things that's getting thrown around. Cause it sounds good in the song. I'm not gonna lie. that shit sounds fire.
I like that Drake denounced the daughter thing on Instagram, like probably 30 minutes after the song. I like that he did that. Leave the pedo thing alone, because defending it is not really gonna. I don't know. Defending it is not gonna really help. That's why I feel like he kind of boxed him. I give Kendrick credit because he boxed him into an awkward corner, like where it's like, do you defend it? Do you not? Do you keep the battle going? Because he's banging that narrative in the head, and it's like, do you really want to keep hearing that shit? Like,
I feel like the only play that Kendrick got right now is that he needs to bring out the real 11-year-old daughter.
Rumor has it that Drake fed all of that information as a fake leak from his camp. If that is the case, if Drake fed that fake information and Kendrick ran with it, is the beef over?
I don't know. If he did do that, then that's definitely a big blow to the momentum that Kendrick had going, for sure. And that would once again, that would be a genius move in Drake's history of disses. And this is the thing. Kendrick has the advantage in so many ways, and he's still gonna lose, bro. I'm telling you. He has the whole West Coast thing going on. After Drake did the Pac thing, I didn't think the West Coast would get so mad at that, but whatever.
Hell yeah. I loved Tailor Made as a song. To me, I think after Euphoria and Not Like Us, Tailor Made is the best song that's come out of this. But you cannot take Pac's verse and put words in his mouth. If he had taken clips of Pac's actual songs and sampled it or something like that, then cool, we could live with that. But you can't put words in Pac's mouth and he not here to defend it or speak out against it. That's wrong, and there's no class in that.
But Snoop didn't mind. Snoop surely didn't mind.
Snoop is alive.
And he's from the West Coast, and he didn't mind.
Yeah, but fuck Snoop. I don't mean that, Snoop. I'm bugging. I'm walling.
You a bitch.
when I heard that Snoop, when I saw Snoop's reaction to it, I was surprised. I thought Snoop was going to want that shit down. Too. I thought Snoop was going to be like, nah, I'm not jacking this. But Snoop,
I feel like Snoop knew about this shit.
that it was going to get taken down.
Because at the end of the day, isn't Snoop owner of Death Row Records at this point? I feel like knowing Drake and knowing how Drake is so calculated, I feel like he had this conversation with Snoop and he fed it to Snoop and told Snoop, look, this is all about the music, this is all about the art, this is this, that. Snoop being from that West Coast and being all about like, yo, all right, let's do this how things are supposed to be done. Like, let's just not let it get to violence, but let's keep this artistically. That's why Snoop went ahead and posted that video and he goes, he did what? I guess I should go back to sleep now. Like, he knew about the whole situation. He would have went ahead and he would have said he did what, and then he would have dropped the fucking diss if he went ahead and was pissed by it.
I don't think he knew about it. Snoop is 52 years old. I mean, I feel like at this point, like, he heard the song just like we all heard the song, and he knew that it was going to get taken down. I'm sure he's close to Pac's estate. He knew that song wasn't going to live long. I'm not going to overreact to this and fuck up the bag for Death Row. So I'm gonna throw a little something out there just so I could get my social media presence and get my views off of this. But I'm not going like try and shit on it because I got to make money for Death Row. I own Death Row.
I think he knew about it. I think he knew it was coming out. I think he knew everything that was gonna be involved in this whole situation. He knew it. He knew it. He knew of the existence of this of the whole track.
There's not a single thought in my brain that would lead me to believe that Snoop Dogg would allow for that to happen on a diss song against Kendrick Lamar when Snoop Dogg himself passed Kendrick Lamar the torch. I don't see any world where that happens.
That did happen.
At that point, Kendrick hadn't responded for what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks at that point? There was no response. He had dropped like that. Drake responded almost immediately to the whole situation, and then Drake responded again, and then Drake was out there trolling you on IG.
It wasn't almost immediately. It had been less time from the time Drake dropped Push-Ups. Drake responded about 3 weeks later, and it had been about 2 weeks between Push-Ups and when Taylor Made came out.
He was on tour. As soon as he got off tour, like that drop at the end of Drake's tour with J.Cole.
Because Drake let Cole go ahead and respond first.
Right, Drake let Cole respond first.
Cole jumped out the window. He should have just packed that up.
I was surprised. I was happy. I was like, okay. Yeah, step out for your man Drake. Show Drake you owe Drake one. He just took you on your biggest tour of your life. Biggest tour of your life. Step outside for Drake. And then he did that.
And then yesterday, Kendrick dropped Not Like Us, which I think that is the song of this rap beef so far. I think that's the one.
You know why? Because we didn't expect that from Kendrick. That's the only reason why. Like, for him to make a hit in a diss record, we wouldn't expect from him. That's why it's hitting so hard. We expect it from Drake. So it's like Drake can't play that card because it's like, if Drake had never did that, Family Matters would be diabolical right now. But he's done it before, so it's like, we kind of seen it. And that goes back to the advantage I told you. Nobody's ever seen Kendrick in a beef. So it's like, you don't know what he's going to. You can't really say he's repeating old tactics because this is his first beef. And like I said, he got the whole West Coast thing. It's a lot of stuff Kendrick got on.
And Drake learned from the Pusha T battle.
Yeah, and Kendrick's gotten intel from seeing Drake in all of these battles. This nigga has been watching, right? But he be watching. True. So it's like, he got the upper hand on a couple levels. But that's on Drake, he chilling.
Now, that Not Like Us, that one has some, I'm not gonna, Kendrick slid on that shit. That mustard beat, West Coast, Oakland vibes with the E40 flow.
Or he just needed E40 in the background to go, ooh.
I'm glad none of them have tip features on there yet. They better not.
No. But
no features.
Even though Kendrick has one feature And everybody's still claiming that one is one of the bombs. Because without Future, that song does not go, bro. I'm telling you.
What, like that?
Yeah, but that song wouldn't have went number one without A, the Drake diss, and B, the Future hook. Like, that hook is just, in the club, is crazy, nigga.
Oh, yeah.
Pop a bottle if you like that. So he was a good talk.
But so, not like us.
OVO, other vaginal option.
Using the mansion, the compound as the photo for the song and putting the pedophile head icons inside the house.
Wait, these artworks have been flagrant, son.
Oh yeah, the artworks have been so disrespectful.
It's a weapon, honestly.
So disrespectful. So what y'all think about that one? What y'all think about that drop? That last Kendrick shit?
Honestly, I think if I had to say, I don't know, it's hard between that and Euphoria, but I probably like that one better. Just because it's shorter, it's more concise. Like, I know I might dead ass listen to that shit in my own time. I might.
That shit is chant music. You can hear that shit in the gym. You can hear that shit riding down the highway. That shit is...
It's just, I can't listen to that part. Them parts of it is going to kill me.
That shit goes crazy in the club. That just struck a chord and it's probably A minor. That shit was hard.
Yeah, I'll give you this. He had a lot of moments in that song. And he wasn't having those in these other songs. Euphoria had a couple of them. I think Meet the Grams did only because of the daughter thing. That was that moment, but we canceling that out for the moment. So Euphoria and this probably got his best moments in them. But this one had more than Euphoria, probably. I would.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible of God watching? That was hard. That's hard.
They both talking about fighting. I'm like, oh yeah, he's about to get a celebrity boxing match. They both talking about.
At this point, I don't know what's true and I don't know what's false. Throw these niggas in a ring and fight.
That little nigga up, man. Fuck out of here, man. I don't lie, man.
I think Kendrick could crawl up that nigga's spine and put him in a chokehold and hold on for dear life. He bite the fuck out of his ankles.
Especially how mad they are at each other right now.
And what you thought of the Kendrick shit?
It was fire. But it's like he's just. I mean, you look at it, right, and they're now going towards trying to make shit that is gonna be played in the club, and that's not what I want. I want to hear fucking lyricism, just like I want to get grimy with this shit. I don't want to hear what's shit that's gonna get mixed into the song. Because now, let's be real, they were playing like that. They were mixing in push-ups right after that song in the club because DJs were posting it on TikTok. Now you're gonna have like that played, push-ups mixed in, and then they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna push in. They're gonna mix in not like us, and it's just gonna be like a whole fucking section of Kendrick and fucking Drake. But I mean, it was good. It's Kendrick. I love Kendrick. He's good, but I don't rank it too high on my list. I don't.
There's one thing that was super flagrant going back to Family Matters. And I'm happy we got a Drake fan here to answer for it because it's one of the wildest shits that I've ever heard.
What?
In this battle, right? In this sparring of words, why would Drake say you right, fuck the big three is just Big D in his video evidence? Why does Drake want to talk about his dick in the middle of this?
You know what's funny? I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that at first. And then when I listened back to it, I was like, oh shit, he dead ass said that. I was like,
that shit is kind of mo.
But it had a double meaning because he's like, he's Big
like
D.
Drake. Like
Drake.
Yeah,
so he's saying like, fuck he's like, fuck the big three. You're right. It's just Big D.
Even though it happened to be about his meat, but it wasn't double entendre.
I don't want to hear nothing about Drake's dick in the middle of all of this.
Nah, you're right though. He ain't have to do that, but
he didn't even have to do that. He didn't even have to say that shit. He could have left that out.
But come on, CJ, we had this conversation. You said Drake got the missile, so I don't know why you talking.
Oh nah, I see what you trying to do here. Unlike Kendrick and Drake, I got the receipts to prove this shit. I got the text messages, Brody. Don't make me put that in the video. Bro said, yo, Drake got the missile. I'm like, yo, that is flagrant.
Yo, that nigga definitely has social media in the uproar. I didn't see anything, but I was like, damn, this nigga here, bro. I said, how he get caught lacking, though? This nigga is too big to get caught lacking.
And you can't say he too big to get caught lacking in a dick conversation. That's
you right.
You
right. My fault. That was my fault.
You wildin'.
That was crazy.
That's worse than dropping that shit in a diss track. Going crazy.
Chill. Don't pay me out like that, Slob.
Listen. But after Meet the Grams, I think the best diss track was dropped when Metro dropped his beat.
Yo, that shit crazy.
BBL Drizzy.
Question, CJ, do you think Kendrick will rap over that?
If he does, then I lose respect for Kendrick for rapping on that BBL Drizzy Drake.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. All right, bet.
I can see Rick Ross doing a feature.
I understand Metro's side in this. Metro been told to shut the fuck up. Metro done had drumline drums playing outside Magic City. Metro has been harassed on social media for weeks.
Riddle me this, bro. Why did Metro feel the need to take Drake off of trance? I still never understood that. Like, he was a hater for that. That verse was crazy.
Metro is a hater. Like,
with no explanation, nigga said it was no space for him. Fuck you mean there's no space for Drake on the song? Nigga, please.
Metro really gotta shut the fuck up now. There's no way that you just there's no way that you sat and you dedicated the time and effort to make a beat that says BBL Drizzy. You just made a whole beat about this man's ass cheeks.
Yo, for real, you went and sat in the studio and did that.
Like
knowing damn well nobody.
He really sat in the studio.
He made the drums. He really sat down. He listened to Drake and he was like, wait, he said, shut your whole ass up and go hit them drums. And he was like, I got you, hold up.
Metro was on the way to the studio like, yo, I got something for his ass.
Then the nigga posted a picture, Metro posted a picture in the booth on IG. I said, yo.
And the whole time he had Drake's buns on his mind. That is crazy. I have never heard of nothing so vicious like that. That is the wildest. There's a lot of sus stuff that's going on in this beef. I don't care
yo,
for
you
it.
Stupid. I knew you was about to
I don't really care for it. I do not really care for it.
There's just too much going on right now.
Kendrick gotta back up them pedophile claims. I mean, we seen some of the little inappropriate shit that's going on with Drake. And if Drake is a fucking pedophile, then I want them to out that shit. But the little dry snitching that Dot is doing, trying to get the feds to come and raid his house, is crazy.
He said it. He was like, wait till they raid the compound.
The little bit of dry snitching that he's doing to get them to raid the house is crazy.
I feel like Drake is about to drop a fucking DNA test proving that Kendrick's kid ain't his at this point.
Oh, that would be wild.
For real, son.
Because
that would be wild.
If you notice, but then you notice that he's making claims to the fact that the kid is Dave Freeze. And then you go to Whitney's page, and it's true. Whitney only following Dave Freeze. She's not following Kendrick. And then true. Whitney posted a picture with her 2 kids, and Dave Freeze commented with a heart and the little emoji of the hands throwing up the heart. So it's like, there's some truth potentially to this shit.
If I'm Dot, I'm trying to jump in front of that shit. I go get a DNA test on my own kids and put that shit out. Here, nigga, these are my kids. Fuck you.
If it goes the way you want it to. If it goes the way you want it to. That nigga probably scared to go right now.
If it don't go the way I want it to, then I'm smoking Dave free. It's no longer beef with Drake. It's not beef with Drake no more. And it's not gonna matter who wins the beef if I'm in the pen.
Do you smoke Whitney? Do you smoke Whitney too?
But I would definitely murder Dave free ass and make her watch. You gonna get some of that, you gonna get some of this goddamn trauma. Hell yeah.
But it's rumored too that she fucked around but didn't she fuck around with her bodyguard? Allegedly.
But see, everything is allegedly. I need facts.
Well, Whitney ain't gonna come on and be like, yeah, I fucked the bodyguard and the kid is Dave Freeze. Nah, that would be wild.
Right? It's like certain stuff don't come out for no reason. Certain shit don't come out for.
Listen, if Drake did a fucking like, I swear, if I was Drake, I would do my next fucking video like have actual Maury Povich sitting down and be like, after doing a test, and having Whitney sitting down there and be like, Kendrick is not the father. That shit would be wild. That would be dead. That would be death right there.
Finally gotten to the end of the timeline. As of tonight, during our stream, Drake dropped The Heart Part 6. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to include The Heart Part 6.
Oh, with the comment as the cover art.
And this is the first listen. So we are reacting to it in live time.
Now let me see you prove it. Just let me see you prove it.
All right. The Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling. I got your fucking lines tapped, I swear that I'm dialed in. First I was a rat, so where's the proof of the trial then? Where's the paperwork of the cabinet is filed in? 1090 tape would've took all the walls down. The streets would've had me hiding out in a small town. My Montreal connects stand up, not fall down. The ones that you getting your stories from, they all clowns. I am a war general, seasoned in preparation. My jacket is covered in medals, honor and decoration. You waited for this moment, overcome with the desperation. We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation. Instead, you in that Venice studio, it's a celebration. You gotta learn.
Okay. All right. So Drake confirms that he fed the information to Kendrick and that Kendrick took the bait.
Nigga said I knew you'd fall for it. That's tough.
Yeah, that's...
We thought about giving her a fake name and a destination.
He said I'm a war general, nigga. That's fact. And niggas say, and some people say that, people say he has a sweet ride, bro. That's why I be like, how has he had a sweet ride? Bro, what? Please. Should've been anything but.
I mean, I think being white and Jewish helps, but we're not going to have that conversation again.
Here we go again. Just play the fucking song.
He is a Jew!
He is a Jew.
Learn to fact check things and be less impatient. Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration. Even the picture you use, the jokes and the medication, the Maybach glove and the drug he uses for less inflation. Master manipulator, you bid on a speculation. You dumb and reactive, nigga, I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones we dug up?
Okay, so even the album cover, the cover that was used for Meet the Grams, ends up being a joke.
It was a joke. It was the whole situation. The Maybach glove was for the Maybach glove and the Ozempic were for him to go ahead and shots at Ross. The shirt being the Shorty collection was shots at Kendrick. The pills being prescribed to Drake were for him to go ahead and be like on some bullshit, talking about, oh yeah, I'm losing sleep over you, because they were a sleep aid. And then you got the fucking receipt of the engagement ring.
Right. And he said something about that. And he said something about that Ozempic line in Family Matters in the second part. About to give it side effects of jealousy.
Drake is playing chess. He playing chess.
In that excavation, and why isn't Whitney denying all of the allegations? Why is she following Dave free and not Mr. Morale? You haven't seen the kids in 6 months, the distance is wild. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child. Speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. TikTok videos you collected and dissected. Instead of being on some disdirect shit, you rather fucking grab your pen and misdirect shit. My mom came over today and I was like, mother, wait a second. That's that one record where you say you got molested. Oh, fuck me, I just made the whole connection. This about to get so depressing. This is trauma from your own confessions. It's when your father leave you home alone with no protection, so neglected. That's why these pedophile raps and shit you so obsessed with. It's so excessive. They acting like it's so aggressive. But you just never known affection. I don't wanna dish you anymore. This really got me second guessing. Touch My Body by Mariah Carey play, you probably start reflecting. I never been with no one underage, but now I understand why this the angle that you really mess with. Just for clarity, I feel disgusted. I'm too
Say Touch My Body by Mariah play, you probably start reflecting.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Drake is talking crazy right now.
And he did this for 6 minutes? Oh, nah.
He said, touch my body, start playing, you start reflecting. Oh, that's wild.
Mother I. Oh shit, that's that song where you confess that you got molested.
I know in rap beef, there's no
There's no rules.
no holds barred. There's no rules. Do you get the same accolades for using things in your song that someone confessed to on their own?
Mm-hmm.
Like hearing the bars about Kendrick being molested and the uncle and stuff like that, I feel like that's a hard angle to take if you Drake to spin the child molester shit. But at the same time, Kendrick's album was very reflective and was very personal. That shit was like a diary. And so to use that in this battle, do you get the same? Do that hit the same as it would had Kendrick not said it first?
Yes. He's spinning the angle, right? Like, you're going ahead and you're calling me a pedophile.
That's why I say yes, too.
But it's just the victim in you speaking out. Yeah, you said, this is what you said. I'm using your own words against you in this whole situation. So you're creating this narrative of me.
And mine is factual, right? And mine is factual.
He's hitting him right back, but with words that came out of his own mouth. It hits just as hard.
Sure does. And it's crazy, son, because it was so fast. But like I said, that nigga probably, like I said, this was probably all part of his plan, honestly. I was kind of starting to get a little bit worried, but I should have never doubted the boy, honestly. I don't know why I did it. I should slap myself.
I mean, this is great, great counterpunching. This is Floyd Mayweather level defense right here.
If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the lesson. Clearly there's a deeper message. Deep cuts that never healed and now they got infected. Like if Dave really fucked your girl and got her pregnant. Talk about breeding resentment. Not sure how to ease the sentiment. The shit's too intimate. I'm praying you recover from both incidents, but you a piece of shit, so this shit really no coincidence. Drake is not a name that you gon' see on no
Pause that shit. He said, if Dave really got your bitch pregnant, talk about breeding resentment.
Oh yeah, that's wild. That's wild. I'm praying you recover from both instances, but you a piece of shit. It's crazy.
So this shit really no coincidence.
Oh man, that's tough.
Does it? You mentioned an A minor, but niggas gotta be sharp and tell the fans who was it. You thought you left D flat, D major. I'll slit your throat with the razor and do Rick Ross hair like that one flight from Malaysia. I'm your baby mama screensaver. Only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Browns. I never look twice at no teenager. I'm a fucking hit maker, dawg, not a peacemaker. Yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber. Your ass in extreme danger. Stop buying views and bot comment.
Your ass in extreme danger is pause. That is crazy.
You may as well keep the paper. Shit you about to need for later. I give a fuck about your streaming data. You could drop 100 more records. I'll see you later. Yeah, maybe when you meet your maker. I don't want to fight with a woman beater. It feeds your nature. If you still bumping R. Kelly, you could thank the savior. Said if they deleted his music, then your music is going to a hypocrite. I don't understand why these people praise you. Sounding like you sent him commissary when he needs some paper. Album dropping soon, no wonder you turn a clout chaser instead of doing hard labor. Nigga, I see you when I see you like Fantasia. And Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor. And when I say I hit your back, it's a lot safer. I promise. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some good exercise. Like, it's good to get out, get the pen working. You would be a worthy competitor if I was really a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor, but it is what it is. You definitely got this shit burnt the fuck out though. Like, you got 10 more records to drop. The one before the last one, we finessed you into telling a story that doesn't even exist. And then you go and drop the West Coast one to try and cover that up. I would like that one. That would be some shit I could dance to if he wasn't tripling down on some whole other bullshit. But, you know, at least your fans are getting some raps out of you. I'm happy I can motivate you, bring you back to the game, like, you know. But just let me know when we get into the facts. Everything in my shit is facts. I'm waiting on you to return the favor, like.
Yeah, Drake is up. What is Kendrick's response to this at this point?
If I'm Kendrick, I'm going to kidnap Drake's mom.
You just told me, you know what he told me earlier? He said he got to kidnap Kendrick's kid. He said he had to fucking do some other crazy shit. I should go to the message right now. I said all he has to do is drop and make sure he don't do the same bullshit Kendrick do and false allegations and try to throw shit against the wall.
Kendrick was up before this, and it was looking like it was looking like a blowout.
He
it looked
was.
like Drake
Kendrick was up before this.
Done. So I said Drake is gonna have to do some wild shit. He got to kidnap one of Kendrick's kids.
Entirely.
He got to tattoo the OVO on his forehead,
Yeah, that's what he
and then he got to go. Then he got to go moonwalk with him on top of the crypto.
That's what he said.
Oh shit! I think the only move Kendrick got right now is to go ahead and take a picture with Adonis or some shit. That's the only thing that the only play that he has is he has to prove that something that he said is legit. Because right now you're looking like everything that you threw was just false information thrown at you. And then you said it. And what happened was you said on your song, you ever sat and thought that OVO works for me? And then you go ahead and you drop the next song, and it's just like now Drake is coming out and saying, we fed you all this bullshit. And everything that you went ahead and you threw out, that was bullshit that we fed you. So are we really working for you? Or is anybody in my camp really ratting out? Nah.
I still think somebody in Drake's camp is a rat. I still definitely think that is the case, because two people have alluded to that now. The Weeknd said that shit too.
I mean, he did step on Meet the Gram so fast. I mean, on Family Matters so fast that I was kind of...
He knew that shit was coming. He responded directly to things that were said in that song.
Yeah, which was weird. But no, it was
that was
weird
a calculated fucking move.
10 minutes, 20 minutes
Yeah.
later. There's no way he went in the studio after Family Matters and did that.
Not at all. He knew that shit was coming. And if you listen to Euphoria, he warns Drake, keep the family out of it. Let's keep it a friendly sparring match. Like, it's like he knew that they was working on Family Matters. It's like he telling him, go back and listen to Euphoria again. It's like he's telling him, don't drop that shit you want to drop, because if you drop that shit, I'm gonna drop my shit, and the shit is really gonna get personal.
I gotta hear that. I gotta hear Euphoria again, then, because I didn't really hear him alluding to anything like that. But that's probably because I didn't know that he knew at the time.
So, I mean, Drake is up. Kendrick is going to have to do some real diabolical shit to go ahead and come back. You're right. He's going to have to, in order to respond to this, he's going to have to drop receipts. He's going to have to prove.
How long y'all think?
Before Kendrick drop again?
I don't think it's going to be right away, but I need to see.
We said it was going to be a couple days for Drake, though.
Nah, I knew Drake was going to come back right away, because Drake was out there already. People were talking about the fact that Drake was saying that the information that they fed about the 11-year-old was bullshit, and he went online and he posted it. Kendrick can only do one of three things. He needs to go ahead and release who the mole is, and show the actual text messages, like leaking, like, oh yeah, this is Yo Camp, and Chubbs has been by me the whole side or some shit, because we all know Chubbs is the right hand. prove he's a pedo, which is not gonna happen, or your next video that you're dissing Drake have Drake's moms and pops sitting right next to you, and it just be like some OD shit. Like, he has to come back diabolical and just come for the throat with his next fucking, which pause, that sounds OD when it come for the throat, but
yeah, that's crazy.
But he just needs to go for the jugular in the next thing. Like, you need to, that's it. This shit is getting to a point where you have to come with that finishing blow. You can't keep saying the same shit over and over again, because that's what this is becoming.
If I'm Kendrick, I'm a mob up, I'm going to the compound, and I'm shooting the video outside of Drake's house. Nigga, we outside.
Man, y'all better go at 5 in the morning on a fucking Sunday or some shit. Niggas get shot up.
You think it's more likely that Drake come out with the hammer or that Drake call the cops?
No, cops called. 100%.
Listen. My son Axe said it on Wax. He said, listen, niggas think Drake is sweet. That nigga be moving crazy now. He can have things done to niggas now, bro. He's not the same Drake, bro. He's not the same Drake. He has a way of keeping his image clean, and that's why he the GOAT. Cause he can still do shit behind the scenes, get niggas beat up in clubs and shit, jump niggas, and still make a pop record tomorrow, nigga.
Little sneaky behind the scene mob ties and shit.
Never get your hands dirty.
I still think that Drake got an answer for getting the shit slapped out of him by Puff.
He was young, man. he probably looked up to Puff at that. He still looked up to Puff at that time.
I still think that Drake got an answer for getting pissed on in the movie theater.
Oh my god.
That shit was probably by mistake, gang.
The culture don't forget.
Like, the nigga could have did that shit on purpose. Like, why would you even do that to a nigga? Like, you kind of suspect for that yourself. Like, why are you pissed?
Whipped his shit out and started peeing in the movie theater.
Yeah, I heard the nigga was drunk, but I'm like, I don't know.
But come on, I don't care if a nigga is drunk.
Yeah, you gotta step up. Because first of all, your penis should never be out that close to me.
Yeah, why is your dick out and we in the movies? Like, that's nasty, especially if it's a rom-com.
Yeah, nasty works. And
it's Drake, so I'm sure they was watching, like, Girl Interrupted or some shit.
Shut the fuck up.
Some Sandra Bullock shit.
Some Kirsten Dunst shit.
This nigga half white, and this nigga the best rapper ever, son. Shit crazy, B.
Okay, no, we're going too far.
Not Hove?
I ain't gonna lie. I always have Hove and him as like my 1A and 1B. I don't know. I'll never be able to pick between those two. But anybody else, nigga?
As pure rap skill, like a Hove at 1 and Kendrick at 2. And Wayne at 3.
What? You got Wayne over Drake?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I've never heard a Lil Wayne reference track. Never in my life.
Nigga, the way Wayne rapped, nobody could ever even try to rap like that. Cause that nigga was just high, nigga going. There was no reference.
So Dot, you said you had 10. You might want to dig into that bag, bro.
He better pick the right one.
Pick the right one.
That's the problem. That's the problem when you have a lot. You gotta pick the right one.
Yeah, Drake is up 1 right now, digging that bag. But I don't think any of us will blame you. If you left the songs alone, you dug in that bag, and you reached for the hammer. Drake gotta go. I'm sorry. You cannot talk to people like that. Drake gotta go. So, do what you gotta do. One of y'all.
K-Dot needs to be diabolical with his response. If not, then just stay shut and take the L.
Nigga gonna come out with an Instagram post, a long poem. I'm taking some time away from the game.
This is not me. This ruined my peace.
I need to get back to my family. Da 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 da.
No, Kendrick will go out in a casket before he wave a white flag. Kendrick is not one of those.
You never thought J.Cole would do it. You was an avid J.Cole listener, man.
Let's get into our 2-minute warning. So let's start.
2-minute warning.
Well, first and foremost, shout y'all out for, having me on your shit, your platform. As it was, good seeing you, because I ain't seen you in a minute, especially people. So that was good. What I want to say, I got my Knicks, that we outside. I don't know, CJ, who you fucking with.
Let's go Knicks.
Yeah, these niggas is wilding right now. No Randall.
Yo, I love Kif. Shout out to Ronnie Fig.
Yeah, man, Kif. The chant did it, the little crossover, man. Come on now. But anything, y'all niggas can follow me on Insta. My shit, the real SBC THA, real SBC. As CJ said, I do music. I don't know, son. Regarding the beef, you already know how I'm going, man. This nigga Drake, he did it again, bro. That's really, I don't know what else to say, bro. And I'm about to, as soon as we get off this stream, nigga, my whole building is about to hear this shit, nigga, because I'm about to crank the speaker, nigga. I don't care what day it is.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, you got lucky as fuck that Drake dropped what he did.
Yeah.
Because this episode would have went real different.
It would have been real different.
If the last thing that we would have heard was Not Like Us, I was ready to come on here with the fake Drake headstone. All right, and what you got for us with the 2-minute warning?
All right, let's switch gears for a second. So, I've been watching X-Men 97 and shit, right? Taking it back. So I had this random thought, right? Professor X can move anything with his mind, why he can't move his legs?
Yo.
You know I had to do it, ZJ. You know I had to do it.
One of these days we gonna break down what your issue is with the world.
Why he can't move his legs though?
Last episode you came on here and said you hated Jennifer Hudson because her family died and she ain't do nothing about it.
Facts.
This episode you shitting on Professor X for being handicapped. So we need to figure out what it is that your issue is with the world. We got to figure out what's going on with you.
Yo, aside from that too, just random thought, right? We always talking about, and you know, this shit hit me today because I was thinking about this shit because I went to this building, and you know how the buildings in New York are separated by like letters and the fucking apartments like A through C this way and B. Mm-hmm. So we follow alphabetical order with everything we do, but who created the alphabet and who put the alphabet in alphabetical order?
That's your man, CJ.
Yeah, you know.
Listen, I'm drinking too much Casamigos right now for this nigga, B. This nigga making my head hurt.
Yeah, you gotta pass me that blunt you smoking on, because I need something to put me in another dimension, put me in another realm.
Alright, CJ, speak your shit.
For my 2-minute warning, I just want to make a nice little announcement to the ladies. Ladies, head is not a birthday present.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
I don't want head for my birthday. I want head every day. Head is not a birthday gift. It's not an anniversary present. It's not a Christmas gift. Head should be a regular occurrence. I want it like dessert. It don't have to be every night, but 2-3 times a night.
A week,
I just want a little something nice after dinner. So keep that in mind. Holidays are coming. So
what fucking holiday is coming? It's fucking May.
Today is Cinco de Mayo, nigga.
That's why I got the casa.
Oh, happy Cinco de Mayo too, Ant.
I ain't fucking Mexican.
I forgot about you and all your peoples. Look at you. You got the nacho orange sweater on. Looking like a Dorito. Let's go. I see you.
Alright, CJ. I got something for your ass coming up. Keep playing.
Cinco de Mayo is your 4th of July. This is exciting, nigga. We should be playing some Bad Bunny or something. We wasting all this time with Drake.
I can't wait for Juneteenth.
We need a 715 in Venezuela. That's what we need. This has been a blast. Corey, we appreciate you joining us. Thank you, bro.
Shout out to Corey for joining in.
Because I got like these unreleased songs.
I definitely need that.
Those are my most recent ones. I just haven't put them out yet.
Because your season is coming up.
My songs, you always could play around the ladies.
Yes, sir. I plan on spending some time on a boat. I plan on spending some time on the lake this summer. It's about to get nice. So I'm gonna need something to ride with in the Civic on my way to the boat. You know what's going on?
I got you.
Oh, you gonna be on your
He gonna be listening to Honestly Nevermind on the boat. Honestly, Nevermind on a boat go crazy.
Actually, honestly, Nevermind probably does go crazy on a boat. That's some shit you can only listen to in Turks and Caicos.
I be walking around the hood listening to that shit with the meat mug on, nigga.
Imagining Corey hopping the turnstile to Honestly Nevermind is crazy. I know this nigga not paying for Metro cards. All right, gentlemen. Yes, sir. And CJ Show, follow us everywhere. Follow the Instagram, like and subscribe. Leave comments. Hit us in the email. We accept hate mail. We accept fan mail.
We accept diss tracks. Yo.
All right, gang.
All right, y'all.